such a misery to stay here now, aren't we? Now they've got city walls and steel watchers to back through.
That's the spirit. Next up, Baldur's Gate pushing end.
Keep a wide berth of the gallows, please, for your own sake. Interference with flaming fist property will be dealt with swiftly and harshly.
What's the first thing you want to do after we settle in?
Sleep for a time day, or maybe two.
Aren't you hungry?
I can eat in bed.
I just hope somewhere has good dwarven beer. Don't think I'll be able to sleep without a decent drink. You do realise we can't stay here forever, don't you? Those walls might slow the army of the Absolute down, but they'll get through them sooner or later.
Let's take it one day at a time, eh? You might feel differently after some food and rest.
Fools! The pair of you. Just be ready to leave when the time comes. Or preferably before.
Come on, chap. I know you're hurting, but it won't bring her back, will it?
I know it won't. I just don't want to lose anyone else, right?
You won't lose us. We've come this far, haven't we? Whatever happens, we'll be right here with you.
I hope so. I really do.
She always has something juicy in the Gazette.
Welcome back, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
checking things out.
You see an altar dedicated to Tyr. Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution. His unseeing eyes are a testament to the lawful life he lived and what it cost him. Make a sacrifice out of your own pocket, and you may yet be blessed. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Your knowledge of religion tells you nothing more about the worship of Helm. You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Your knowledge of religion tells you nothing more about the worship of Helm. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
What's this now?
There is work to do. Better take a look.
You feel the chill gaze of the Moon Maiden upon you. Selûne welcomes you. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright." As a moon-bathed cleric, this is your moment to bask in her lunar light and imbue your spirit with her majesty and grace.
got to press on.
Defender of the people.
I know you're correct, but it
You have my attention. A word, if I may.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring. As you wish, but quietly. It is listening. More talk of tadpoles. Minsk crunched on the one of flesh and fish. Was this not enough? This astral tadpole looks a mite overripe, says Boo, by the measure of aeons. It is not a matter of Minsk trusting you. It is his stomach that might prove treacherous. But I suppose it has not caused you to paint the air with your innards of late? Fine. Minsk will dine on the little rockworm, if that is what you truly wish.
Two steps at a time.
What's on your mind? I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here intact and unexploded, it's not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
You will grow to like Jaheira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes? Minsk shall be your shadow, as Boo is his. Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Where am I needed?
You will grow to like Jaheira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes?
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mistra, but I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need. You have enough fine young folk to run around and do your bidding. Come back when they need a rest.
You will grow to like Jaheira's incense in time. Truly. But you have seen my hamster, yes? Here we stay, then. But if Boo grows restless and chews holes in all your delicates, you only have yourself to blame.
Checking things out. I could use company.
Mistra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. but he's strong enough to persevere, I think.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. The Shadow Druids. Their scheming was stopped, thanks to you, yet their malign ideals can find purchase and live on, even after the instigators themselves are vanquished. Francesca has found some initiates still yearn for the false promises the Shadow Druids peddled. She has been working hard to show them the error of their ways. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader. As am I. I can scarcely imagine life without your company now. And, of course, I made a promise to help you. One I intend to fulfill. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely, and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one. The city, you mean? With all its noise, smoke, stone, and bustle? I would not be here given the choice, but I promised you my support, and that is what you shall have. Still, though, this place crawls with life, but little of it flourishes. I see refugees unhoused, the destitute unwanted, orphans unloved. The city is like a forest with an overgrown canopy. Light and nourishment cannot penetrate to those who need it the most, and still it draws them in. The safety of numbers, the promise of civilization, the dream of better. All that potential is too often destined to die in the dark and rot in the gutter. I wish there was a better way. I wish everyone could see the sun, have a full belly, and know nature as a friend. There is a balance that is yet to be found. Listen to me, preaching like an initiate in his cups. Yes, I hope so. But we have a battle to win before any of that.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mistra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
I'm ready.
I'm heating up.
Come on, Karlak. Show him who you are.
Battle favors the fearless. No time to waste.
Thank you for cutting those creatures down, truly. Gods know what would have happened if you weren't here.
Those things smell like a fishmonger's unsold stock. What are they?
Gods, all we wanted was a nice dockside walk, not an unscheduled menagerie visit.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Thanks for that.
My full of fish for the next few 10 days.
Did you see? They popped up out of the water all around me. Bitch Queen's mercy.
This better be good. And I'm off.
Thanks again for dealing with those Sahuagin. You saved more than just my livelihood. A bit quieter after the Sahuagin attack, but that's to be expected. Loyal customers will be back. Fish mainly. The Flaming Fest commandeer the best stuff, but I can show you what I've got. Watch yourself, eh? God's willing, there won't be any more of those things.
Did you hear this was the best place to buy fish in the city as well? Seems they neglected to mention the sea devils.
What have we here?
The majestic shark, relentless, aggressive, and unfortunately delicious. This one's days of predation are now over.
Can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
That was incredible! And just think, what a story it'd make when fish fight back!
That's Carrion. Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die. Please, sir. Oh, please. Please, sir. Please. It's for my son. Anything would help. Any amount at all.
I feel a little dizzy.
Please, sir. Anything would help. Please, kind sir. Can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die. Please, sir. Please. Anything would help.
No time to waste.
Maybe a few dead cats.
How's a dead cat make
The broadsheet's gone to pot, haven't
You can smell that, right? Bloody rotten it is.
I will cure you of your pestilence. Behold, this tree is plagued by pestilence, yet refuses to die. The goddess Shontia wishes me to save it. I can feel it. Shontia, bless these roots.
Sharp as ever. 2 steps at a time.
Awaken, little one. Flower and bloom as I know you can. I will cure you of your pestilence. You have my word. Shontia, bless these roots. Awaken, little one. Flower and bloom as I know you can. cure you of your pestilence. You have my word.
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secrets are guarded by indecipherable glyphs. Without a key, they may be locked away forever. The book radiates power. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will. By your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Of your pestilence. You have my word.
How's a dead cat making a stink like that?
Set into the mansion's faded exterior, you see the faintest outline of a door, an entrance designed to provide the utmost discretion. The door pulses with a heavy, melancholic magic. Whatever lies behind it concerns the living and the dead. You sense it waits for the right words, It requires permission to open. The door shudders. It has no choice but to let you inside.
Carrion awaits. Frontier. Bless these roots. So what exactly did you see? I don't bloody know. But it was up to no good. Lurching this way and that.
Walking funny isn't a crime.
Flower and bloom as I know you can.
You do not have an appointment. Yet you seek an audience with Mr. Carrion. I sense you too like to wander the boundaries between life and death. You have read the necromancy of Thay. Tell me, what brings one of such power into the presence of Mr. Carrion? The painter. Yes, I remember. He wanted to contact a tormented spirit. I gave him exactly what he desired, and for a pittance, given the complexity of his request. His inability to follow simple instructions is hardly my fault. If he wanted his safety guaranteed, that would have cost him extra. My clients are guaranteed absolute privacy in their consultations with myself and my spirits. I assume you came to me seeking an exorcism? I can provide you with the means to perform such a ceremony, but you understand, this is my livelihood. First, you must do something for me. Do not worry. It is of an earthly nature. It regards a conduit of mine, Thrombo, who has recently deserted his duties. He has not gone far, but given the sensitivity of his nature, I would prefer that he is not free to roam the city. Return Thrombo's body to me, then I will give you what you need to cleanse Oscar of his spectral interloper. It's quite simple. He resented having to work for a living. The undead can be rather lazy in that regard. He was always a simple, contented creature, a beggar to the bone. Perhaps he has forgotten how ungenerous the world can be, or simply prefers to live in the gutter. If he does not value the gift I gave in reanimating that wretched flesh of his, then I will take it back. It is my property, not his. Had I thought you were the type to shout his name from the rooftops, I would never have offered you the job. Thrumbo is not alone in his ingratitude. He has led others in my service astray. 3 of them, beggars and zombies alike. The others lack even Thrombo's modicum of intelligence. It should be no great task to wring his location from one of them. Then, with the spirits herein our witnesses, the arrangement is made. They will follow your progress with great interest, as will I.
Let's chew the fat.
Not food, client.
Arrest the smell? Where's the steel watch when you need them?
Awaken, little one.
An entire edition dedicated to one lord and his metal toys. Gortash has got to be paying them out sync fees.
You don't have the pocket money for that. Maybe a little one, but you have to pay me.
Can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die. Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins? He's sick and likely to die. Get bored standing in this alley.
Nah, it's great getting paid to do nothing but scratch my arse. Dream job this is.
Leave me be.
doing in here?
The man's stench is unmistakable. Death, decay, despair. This must be Thrumbo, the runaway mystic Carrion was so eager for you to retrieve.
This is my spot. Go on, find your own. Mystic Carrion, you're working for him? Oh no. No, no. I knew he wouldn't let us leave in peace. You don't have to help him. He's the one you should be after, not me. You've met him. How can you need more justification than that? He murdered me. Murdered my friends, snatched us right up from the dockside and made us these things. Monsters. Fit for gutting and grinding and desecrating the dead. He constantly abuses us. Makes us do the worst things you can imagine. There used to be 5 of us. My friend Talus, he couldn't take it anymore. One day, I saw him drive a coffin nail right through Carrion's skull. Then another, and another. We thought he had done it. Freed us all. Then when dawn came, Talus seized up suddenly like something had got a grip of him. We ran to help, but he just exploded. I got so much blood and pulp in my eyes. When I look back, Carrion was just stood there, completely unharmed. We'd have to stop him resurrecting somehow. But I don't know how. Since Talus died, I've been watching Carrion, trying to figure out his secret, and I think he's a mummy lord. It's an ancient, evil being who refused to die, who cannot die. I used to hear about them in stories, and I can't think of another explanation. After Talus died, Carrion blindfolded me and took me into a strange place. A foul and ancient place. Somewhere the living wouldn't dare to tread. Down there, he showed me a jar. Said it contained the secret to eternal life. And if I behaved, he would share it with me. I think it was his heart. I'm not stupid. I know what he did to my friend. Gods, how I'd love to smash that bastard jar. That's how you kill mummy lords, you know. I'm not sure, but in the house, beneath Carrion's salon, there's a chamber. He never lets anyone down there, so it must be hiding something important. Perhaps it's there. But be careful if you return to Carrion. He'll know you spoke to me. Make sure he doesn't see or smell you. He'll turn you into one of us, and he'll know I sent you. I don't want to die like Talus did. I want to live. Well, you know what I mean. No matter. This is still the safest place to hide. It's just bad luck I was discovered. I must be patient. My brothers need me.
Could come in handy.
What about a lanternese candle? Would you throw one of those, kind sir? Can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die. Please, sir. Oh, please.
Mutatis mutandis.
That might be worth a look.
I can't begin to imagine what mystic Carrion was getting up to.
Gortash has got to be paying them out sync fees. Things aren't like they used to be. Broadsheet says it all, really. The paper quality is atrocious. Worn edges, easy tearing. That newfangled mechanical printworks is to blame.
Have you seen the size of a steel watcher?
Something rotten. Probably just a dead cat. Maybe a few dead cats.
How's a dead cat making a
Please,
stink
kind
like
sir,
that?
can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die. Please,
If I go by the
Oh,
biggest
please.
firework they have, would you throw it at a steel watcher?
You don't have the pocket money for that. Maybe a little one, but you have to pay me.
What am I supposed to do then? Miscreants creeping around? A stink like death itself?
Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to die.
Arrest the smell?
Awful.
I love surprises.
What's this, cousin?
Another absolutist come to see what we did to poor old Sarin. Your god took her mind, cultist, so Bereki took her head, and I burned the flesh from her bones. And now you come to interrupt the funeral rites. Yes, cousin. An excellent idea. Cousin says we will take you in return. He says you look just like kindling for Sarin's funeral pyre. I took my friend's life, but only after your god took her soul. Sarin, Bereki, and I, we were the three finest thieves in Baldur's Gate. We broke into the offices of Gortash, discovered he was with the Absolute too. Your fellow cultists hunted us, so we hid down here. We were safe, and so was our loot. Until the darkness soured Sarin's mind. She kept our treasure from us, said Bereki and I had gone strange. Hush, cousin. Sarin turned into a cultist herself, so we did what we had to. Bereki wept until his voice was gone, and then he was gone too, leaving only me to conduct Sarin's rites. And my cousins here. You cannot conduct the rites without a clan to bear witness. Or some fuel for the fire. serve the Guildmaster, then you cannot be with the cult. Or perhaps she is. I don't know. I don't know. Pass then, and do not come back. This is Sarin's final resting place, and a killing ground for all who come to disturb her.
Tastes great.
Did you go for a swim earlier?
Nah, don't know how to swim.
Must have been some other oozing, stinking lump floating downstream. Wizard told us to watch for troublemakers.
But we are troublemakers.
Shut up and keep your mucky little people peeled.
What's the name of that river down there?
Wizard called it the Sahuagin.
Whatever it's called, it's impressive. And it tastes great.
Did you go for a swim earlier?
Nah, don't know how to swim.
Wizard told us to watch for troublemakers.
But we are troublemakers.
Keep your mucky little people peeled.
What's the name of that river down there?
Wizard called it the Sahuagin.
Whatever it's called.
penitent looks at you silently, expectantly. The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his. There is the slightest flicker of acknowledgement in his eyes. The penitent blinks. The penitent looks at you silently. The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze. There is the slightest flicker of acknowledgement in his eyes. The penitent blinks.
Yeah.
What's the name of that river down there?
Easy enough.
It's not this.
sharp as ever. Sure, why not?
Ah, a friendly face at last. Are you going to the party as well? I don't know if I should say. It's very exclusive. Oh, go on then, I'll tell you. It's an underground party at a place called the Palace. My date's supposed to meet me here, but there's no sign of him. You haven't seen him, have you? Pale, skinny, extremely piercing eyes. Looks a bit like your friend here.
Oh dear. I assure you, it's not.
It's funny. He was ever so keen for me to come. He didn't seem the type to cancel. Only that it was him and a few of his closest friends. Said he couldn't wait to introduce me to them. How often does a man say that to a girl he's only met once? He was so enthusiastic. I don't understand why he hasn't shown up. Now you mention it, he brought his own wine with him to the mermaid last night. Strange smell it had. Kind of metallic. You know what? I might give this party a miss. Plenty more fish in the Chionthar, as they say. If you see him, don't tell him I was here. Just tell him I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I'm sure he'll understand.
This better be good.